Hello, hello. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. How is it going today on this fine Monday? I have been awake since 3:30 in the morning. Kind of. I did take a 2-hour-long nap, and it 100% revitalized me for this stream. Otherwise, I would probably be dead. But, how's it going? Hopefully y'all are doing well. Yeah. Y'all ready for one of my favorite times of year? There's a good chance that some of you have already seen the results of this because we did do this on Otto's channel as well with the Smobcast. Yeah, we got together. They very graciously brought me on, and we reviewed the census there. I had to cut it short because I had to go to work, but I think we got through the vast majority. I got to hear the reactions of the anguished screams of Plushie as he realizes that Koyan is not as popular as he thought that she is. But we'll get to that. So if you wrote for that stream, you already know what's coming, but for the rest of you, this will be a nice little first thing. But do me a favor, though. Go check out that episode when it drops. Go support the other hosts that were there. That would be Plushie, Otto, and Rio. Good guys. I like talking with them. Good conversation. 5 hours flew by without me noticing, and I looked at the clock and I was like, "Oh fuck! I got 10 minutes. I got 10 minutes. I gotta go to work." I was like, "Ah, shit." All right. So, are y'all ready? Because you know we ain't starting with that shit first. We gotta go. We gotta scran. We gotta scran first. Let me get some music going. I don't want to do Balatro. Where's... Ooh, I like this one. Yes. Alright. Let's do our daily scrandle. We have to look at some nasty-ass food before... Oh. Chicken curry and chips? Or corned beef and potato pie? For my money, I go with the corned beef pie. This actually doesn't look bad. It doesn't look that bad. This looks like... If this was chicken noodle soup, I would say this. But the fact that this is a covering on top of potato chips, or rather, what's it called? French fries, because the British are strange? Yeah. Y'all be going on tangents like fucking branches of a non-existent future? We do. It was great. It was fantastic. Chili and cheese loaded nachos or mushroom pizza? That mushroom pizza looks diseased. This is the same thing. Hold on, can I do yeah really quick? Wait. Yeah, please? Sick. 2 hot dogs and 2 drinks, or a Frank Feast hot dog. I mean, this looks good. That's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of value for £10. Oh, all right. Oh, that looks... Oh, God.
People can't read verse 2026. Phony.
Yeah. Bacon sandwich or chicken and mushroom puka pie. I mean, it's called puke, so I mean, it has to be this one, right? This looks diseased. If you ever look down and you see this, take a shower. You should be showering daily, but take a shower. Gonna go with the puka pie. Puka is the brand name? Gotcha. Salt and chili chips? Unreal. No price data. Low-key, though, I've had stuff like this before where they, like, kind of, they sauce it up and like this. It's pretty good. No, this isn't what I was thinking it is. Something, maybe it's because I had it in, Indian restaurants. They, like, take the potato or whatever, They put it in like a bucket with like bullshit in it, and they spin it around so it coats it really nice. They give that to you, and that shit is fucking gas. Meanwhile, we got Carb City over here with sausage, chips, and curry sauce, and a whole cold, mate. It's just a mass-produced store pie. It looked like it. Food review? I'm confused. Welcome to Scrandle. Don't worry, we're gonna get to the census here in a sec. God, these both look terrible. With applesauce? It's gotta be this. Yeah, no, that looks horrendous. Water in a box, or one of the best looking fucking donuts I think I've seen. I fucking wonder. This double cheeseburger I'm sure is good, but it does look like two pieces of shit between bread. But this beef hot dog and jalapeno bread looks fucking insane. Yeah. Again, if this was like chicken soup, it'd be good, but it's chicken curry and chips. Butter chicken and rice? I gotta say, since coming to Japan and being able to actually experience more Indian food, because there wasn't really any place to get it in America where I lived, it's up there with some of my favorite food in the entire of like the various regions of the world. I will say, best food on the planet, Thailand. 100%. Thailand goes crazy. Okay, this is the first time I've seen them have something called katsu that's in England that actually is katsu. This is actually katsu. However, the choripan looks way better. How's my spice tolerance? Really high. I love spicy food. Some of you who are like really, really old heads of my channel may know what I used to do for like punishment games for I used to do punishment games for rolling gotcha servants. And it would be that I would eat really spicy stuff. Shout out to anybody who remembers, I think it was Melusine on JP, the 2 million Scoville cheese balls. Alright. I missed those. If they were easier to get where I'm at, I would do it. Hi, I've seen a lot of mentions of EOS. I'm concerned because I'm finally get lucky on GSSR and I get a double EOS. And get a double EOS get mentioned. Until they officially say the game is over, don't listen to the community. The community has been crying EOS since year 1. We're at the conclusion of the second part of the story. There's no real indicator that it's going to end. So until somebody gets up on stage who's official and says we're ending the game, don't listen to the community. Those fuckers do not have your best interest in mind. Alright, AoE Assassin, Permanent Woman. Tam is offline. Is she? I enabled you, Tammy. One sec. Tammy, who do you think this is?
Hu Yanzhou.
Alright, well, it can't be Hu Yanzhou. Permanent AoE Quick Assassin. That's a bull. Oh, it's a man. AoE Quick Man. Who are my 5-star men? 5-star assassin men. Or it's gender unknown. And if it's gender unknown, then it's Kashin Koji.
Check sub chat, you fuck.
Damn, okay. I shouldn't. No, I'm not going to open that on my screen. Good. I believe this is Tesla? No. Okay. Who else has these, like, lines? These pointless lines.
A person that covered the male pregnancy video.
I love that every couple of months it gets shoved through the algorithm. This wouldn't be someone like Orion, would it? Okay, we're getting closer. Here. Okay, okay, one sec. Y'all want to see it? I'm just gonna make sure that like hentai doesn't pop up when I click this link, because Twitter is Twitter.
I thought you're on vacation this week.
I am. I go on vacation. Oh, indeed. There we go. The Goatman Legacy. Hold on. One second. God, is there any of these that are like not... There we go. There we go. Alright. Who the fuck is this? It almost looks Wada Arco-ish. Not quite, but a little bit. But I don't know what Wada this could be. Is this like a... Not a it wouldn't be a passion lip, right? This would be more of a melt, for sure. Or, okay, no, that's... Okay, which one is it? Is it Steno or Uriel? I think this one is Uriel. Yep. Okay. Daily. That is King Ashoka. No.
Do you think Frederick Coyce could
Taigon
be a
Wong.
servant in FGO?
I don't think they would do Frederick. I think that they would do his hot daughter, who's not real. And then, you know, loop that into Samram somehow. Chaotic Evil Man. Not limp. Is 5-star. Permanent 5-star Chaotic Evil Man. Wow, that does not narrow shit down. Who are my permanent men? Or they could be story locked, I suppose. No, Lee's a human. Lee's a human.
Give me Dorothea Coy kill cowards. I don't
Arjuna
care.
is
She
lawful
is anti-real.
Arjun is also AoE. Single target. Single
yeah,
target. Single target. Maybe Bhima. It could be Bhima. Well, he's not Chaotic Evil, though. Okay, so it is permanent, though, and it is, yeah, single target arts. Single target arts men that are permanent? Evil arts permanent man. Not human. Not Sky. Okay, who's in the fucking permanent pool that's a man? Not Achilles. There's so few. No, Hijikata's not permanent.
It could be Thenia's boy.
Which one? Then he has a lot of boys. Odysseus is AoE. Oh, is it Vlad? Pretty good. All right, we'll do one of these. One endless. One endless. That's Neato Chris. Recognize that booty anywhere. You kidding me? Show me a fraction of a Neato Chris thigh, and I'm like, got clocked it. I lied. This is, I believe this is Jekyll and Hyde. Pretty good. Alright. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was looking at shit, and this popped up. It's Baby. Alright. Fellas. Oh, wait, we need to... I have a different box for this. There we go. It's time.
Walter.
We are going to review the Fate Grand Census. So,
I can't wait for the wild card that is that census since he only knows what maybe 5 of the servants look like.
fair.
How likely is it the Zhang Changong and Dorothea Coit fought each other after Samurai Remnant?
High, considering history. Alright, so this is the Fate Grand Census. We asked the very simple question of who is your favorite waifu or husbando in FGO. Now, this will probably be the last year that I make it about waifu and husband shit. Only reason being that I feel like people don't answer it for that reason. Some people do, some people don't, and I think it might skew the data.
My wife.
What I think that we're going to do next year is we're just going to do who's your favorite servant in this class. Right? Because I feel like people are already answering it that way, but it's frustrating to me to see certain characters get so many votes and be like, you're stupid if you think this is a good, like, husband material. Not that they're a bad character, but because they're not good husband material.
Wife.
It's also makes it so that, you know, picking a character like fucking Voyager isn't as weird. Because I know that Voyager gets a lot of votes, and I'm like, I know none of you think of him like that. I know none of you do.
Clay Johnson want to vote for Voyager as they should.
So, we are going to change that. This will be the last year for husbando, waifu shit. Moving on, it's going to just be favorite character. Now, some of you may notice, we did not break 1,000 votes this year, and that's okay. 974 is still a lot. That's enough to have a really good sample size of the community. However, I brought this up when we were doing the gacha. I need to find a better way to get this out there because right now, I'm getting screwed by Twitter, which was how I got a lot of people interested in it in the first place. But you know.
But I love my useless, worthless husband, Doman.
So, what this is, if you're curious, every year I ask the question, who is the best wife and best husband per class in Fate Grand Order? Now, there are a lot of people in each class, and there's a lot of data that we got to get through. So, the bigger the sample size, the better. I would prefer having more people vote for this because it gives you a better idea of the data of how things are. Now, when was this up for? The entire month of December. It was up for the entire month of December. I put up posts all over the place for it. But again, so Twitter has been shooting my posts so that nobody sees them. No new FGO news that we know about. So, fellas, let's get into it. Let's not dawdle much longer. So we're going to go by class, take a look at who is the number one. I want chat to take a guess who is number one. In fact, I'm going to do this as well. I'm gonna put this here to cover up.
We have a long maintenance tomorrow, but that's it for FGO JP News.
Put my rats here. They're gonna cover up the answers until we're ready to show. That way you guys get to guess. I need to commission this dude for another piece of Daikokutan art. He makes
Does
amazing
myself
art.
in variety of outfits count as separate people?
Yes, each servant counts as their own separate person.
Must you pick the image of the vermin all the time?
Mods actually kill that guy. I mean, actually ban that guy for like 10 minutes.
Rats, we are the rats.
Alright. So, fellas, who do you think is the number one waifu in all of the sabers? The number one saber waifu. Who could it possibly be? Oh, did I accidentally spoil it? Oops. Bangeko, because I like a woman that can twist me into a pretzel with little effort. Normal saber. A lot of Bargist posting. It's my wife, Bargist. As I watched the stream earlier, I'll abstain from my guessing. Valid. Also, thank you for supporting the Smobcast. Well, yeah, I probably did hover over it. The 3-year running champion of the Bargist, of the Saber class waifus, is of course Bargist. To the utter surprise of no one. Probably. It's Bargy. Baby girl, still got it. Yeah, the Bargist class waifus. I mean, she may as well be. She's won it every years. Every single year she's won this. I am shocked. Shocked! So, other big ones that I think people may be surprised about. So in the number 2 slot...
16.8% of respondents have multiple in their minds when making that vote.
I want her to grab me by the head and snuggle me dearly. Alright. Musashi is in number 2 with 104 votes, 10.7%. Second, I believe... Yeah, Mordred has more than Artoria. Mordred and... Oh, damn, I didn't realize that Okita also beat Artoria. Get fucked. You hate to see that. Mordred, of course, is one of the best girls, so you know. Adorable. Little cutie pie. Okita, 71 votes, 7.3%. Artoria, 65%, or 65 votes, 6.7%. Mordred is better. Mordred is better. Mordred as a character, in my opinion, is a better character. But that's just me. I guess I have a skewed opinion on Mordred because she is my original like favorite Fate character. Imagine in Lord Logris was in this. If. Alright. Nero, not that high. Nero again. Shiki. So anybody who you guys are... Your dad voted for Nero? I mean, Nero, I'd say she's not that high. She's, what, 5th or whatever this is? 56 here. 56. Tied with Saber Medusa. That's crazy, actually. How'd Ibuki do? That's a good... Damn. Ibuki's way lower than I thought she was going to be. I feel like Ibuki would be way
Dario
higher.
has FS and Lagares as characterization, and the other two have a lot more material. Makes sense that she would lose.
You say that as if Fate Stay Night fans aren't insufferably desperate to make sure that their waifu is very, very prominent all the time everywhere. Also, Artoria is literally in more shit than anybody else. Ibuki is wife material? 100%. Poor Summer Gareth. Tied with the Trunk sisters. Kurohime actually got some votes. That's crazy. Said characterization. I mean, that's fair. Passionlip didn't get any votes. Passionlip, I think, actually got a chunk of votes. She's right here, 23. That's not bad. Got Oberon from the GSSR. Thanks for the blessing from the other stream. Yeah, no worries, man. Dioscurry. So the Dioscurry here would be Pollux, or would it be Caster?
Q Unclage Shaker, Joe College Shaker.
It is Caster. 13 votes isn't. I mean, that's higher than I thought it would be. I think it's very funny that I got asked the question on the Smobcast. Why do you have a twerking emote? And it's like, yeah, it's the Clid Shaker. Don't you guys like the Clid Shaker? Come on, man, it's the Clid Shaker. Shake your ass. Benny got 25, but this is what I mean when I say maybe if this was favorites instead of waifu shit, maybe then they would be... maybe then these would be higher.
Was I the only one who voted for Salter?
Where is Salter? Yeah. No, Salter has 34 votes. That's pretty respectable. Daeon with their respectable 4. Altera with 13. Shiki with 28. Suzu with 15. Fran with 8. Maeve with 7. Lakshmi Bai. Surprisingly, Lakshmi Bai has more than 2. Hoku Saber. Tomoe. Yeah, not bad. Alright. I'm glad to see that the Trunks sisters got some love, because the last couple of years they've gotten nothing. Alright. Next up. Let's look at the boys. Who is, voted by the community, the most liked Saber husband? Betty, Takeru, Gawain. Sucker Bet, Muramasa, OG Arthur. Charlie 1, Copium. Get a wife that hates the Brits as much as you do. Betty, anyone but Emiya. Well, Emiya can't be here. Emiya's not a Saber. Oh, I guess he is, wouldn't he? He'd be fucking Muramasa. Keisuke, a Proto-Arthur. Charlie, Lancelot, no idea to be honest. Is this a fave list? This is, as voted by the community, waifu and husbando. It basically is a fave list, though. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think half the people vote for it as it's intended, and half the people vote for it by favorites. So yes, but also no. Kondo Isami, really? That's an interesting one. Astolfo. Astolfo's a good guess. You're number 1. Actually, let's go in a different order. Let's start with this one here, because I think that the one above, the orange one, has more. Bedivere with 106 votes. Oh, Muramasa is in third with 98 votes, 10.1%. Bedivere at 10.9% with 106 votes. And your winner of this year's husbando is Charlemagne. Charlie's got it. Charlie still's got it. Where is Takeru? Takeru would be like around here. Yeah. 56, not bad. Charlie, really? Charlie and Betty both, I feel like, deserve it. Those are both really, really solid answers. Only because he's a Ritsuka lookalike? I think it's because people really like Extra and Extella, and he's a fucking bro in both of those. Also, yeah, Trom. Trom did a lot for him, too. Charlie has a lot of characterization, so it's not surprising to see him this high. Saito, there's Astolfo. Saito is here, 62, 6.4%.
People begged for Charlie ever since Expel Link.
Pretty much. I mean, Charlie's awesome. He's a really fun character. So, I mean, I am not surprised.
Who won the previous times?
You know, I don't have that. Well, I could get that information if I wanted to, but I don't know off rip. Ugh. Can I see how many Lancelot has? Actually, that's on my Twitter somewhere. Lancelot has... He would be around... Lancelot has 16 votes. Did Keisuke get... Keisuke probably has it. No, Keisuke has 7. Yeah. Roland with 4. Satanto with 6. Theseus with 12. Iori with... I love that Takeru and Iori basically have the same amount. That's very, very fitting. Kondo with 21. Siegfried with 38. Caesar with 5. Giles with 2. Daon with 12. Rama with 6. Lancelot with 16. Gawain with 26. Proto-Arthur with 42. Munenori with 15. Sigurd with 36. Diarmid with 6. Landling with 20. Jason with 25. Stolfo. Saito. Tsuna. Karna. I think it's funny. I think every year people assume that the characters in the male category are going to be beaten because there's a feminine appearing one, like Astolfo. And while Astolfo gets a good chunk of the votes, I've never seen a character like that actually prevail and win, I don't think. Gawain's here. He's got 26 votes. Where's Doman? We'll get to Doman here in a sec. Yeah, I went on a rant on the podcast about Muramasa that devolved into me shocking them by saying I don't like Stay
Am I
Night.
the only one who gets asexual vibes from Jason?
Maybe. I don't know if I'd say he's asexual. I think that he's just a loser. I don't believe those things are mutually inclusive. Meh. Stay Night, meh. All these people voting for him. I know what you are. Alright. Moving on to archers. Fellas, who is the most popular archer waifu? Bob. Will you rant about the PSYOP? I will. I will never miss a chance to rant about that. I'll pass up on the Stay Night stuff a little bit, but I will never miss a chance about that. Sucker bet it's Bob. Zenobia. Femgil. Jarcher. Sith. Adelante. Squirtle. Jarcher. Zenovia. That's a different person. Bargy Summer. Alright, well, let's start with our number 3 spot here. We have at 8.4% Summer Tiamat. Makes sense. I mean, Tiamat is very popular. She's a cutie patootie. Debuted this year. I'm sure that when she comes to NA, this will be a way higher number because people will be like, oh yeah. Summer Tiamat is, deserved 100%. Ugh. Moms do make good wife material? Generally, yeah. Alright. Number 2. Actually, let me check. Yeah, number 2. Ishtar. I can't believe I don't think I saw Ishtar one time mentioned when I asked. How did y'all forget about the OG? Feet. Morning. don't have a foot fixation? It's Rin. It's Rin Toe Sucker. She pales compared to Erish, so she is. What the fuck? She pales compared to Erish, so she is a has-been. Brother, I had a stroke reading that. We said it like 3 times? I didn't see it. Alright, and number 1 is... Balvon Sheath. To the surprise of literally no one. It's gotta be Bob. People love her. People really like Bob. Not a Rin guy, sorry, Goat Man. Mods, kill that guy. Yeah, Bob's popular. Bob is a baby girl. She's kind of a loser and affectionate. Like her a lot. Now, the $20,000 question. How many votes did Chloe get? Do I get $20,000 if I tell you? Or how do I get that money? Ugh. Yeah, Bob is not very surprising. People really like Bob. You know who really likes Bob? Bob's artist. The amount of like official art drawn by Bob's artist that's just like around is crazy. Alright, so let's take a look at some of these other big numbers. Bargist, UDK, Ultimate Dog Knight.
The top 2 is basically the strongest feet archer of today versus the strongest feet archer of history.
Valid. 66 votes on Bargy. 63 on OG Nobu. Nobu, I always forget how popular Nobu actually is, which is weird because I also really, really, really like Nobu. Let's see. Chloe with 19 votes, 2%. This little smidgen here. 4 votes for Ann and Mary.
Nobu is my girl.
Archer Artoria Pendragon. 16 votes. Who is this? Orion Artemis with 8. Uriel with 4. HPB has 1 vote. Y'all want to talk about the Chloe, like the people voting for Chloe? I want to know who this guy is. Like, we can talk about all the other lollies all we want. This one's crazy. Who is that man? Here's the funny thing. If I want to, I can pull up this dude's entire flow and show it off. Maybe I will, but not right now. Tomo, yeah, that makes sense. Tomo is a cutie. Attila, Fujino, Joan d'Arc, Hime, Jane, Nightingale. God, I always forget how popular Sei is. 59 votes on Sei. Who out here hag-maxing? That would be me. And there's your Ilya, 7 votes. Let's see. Anastasia with 24. Zenobia with 54. Actually, got a bunch. She got more votes than I expected. Nintendo Switch has 59 votes. Chloe having more votes than Ilya is crazy. I gotta say, I think that a part of the reason for this is that the communities that this was sent in that I'm aware of were mine, Plushies, Otto's, I think Rio's, and then Twitter. And I think between those communities, the vast majority of us are not exactly hip with lollies. Next time you should do a census, you should let us put our usernames as an optional thing for people like me who forget who they vote for. I would do that if giving people the creative freedom to type was an option, and every time I've done that, it's proven to not be a good one. Anytime I've ever let people actually type in shit, it doesn't really go well. Unless it's very, very confined to just my community. When I make these lists, I put them out there for like a large audience, it becomes a bit more of a nightmare. Like, I do have to trim out some particularly unsavory things that get sent. Unfortunately. It's very much a few bad apples spoil the bunch kind of deal. Yeah. I wish I could, because that's not a bad idea, but, you know. The Smobcast stream sure was somewhat open to the lolly talk. I don't think that we were waifuing lollies and saying it was, like, the best, they were the best. You know what else you're missing from that Smobcast stream? Was the Ilya gif, the Ilya Bazik gif that I sent. That's my stance on looting lollies. Durga with 50. Sugitani with 27. Saika with 40. Really? Interesting. The 32 frame overhead? Yep. And then Tiamat, Atalanta. Alright, let's move on to the boys.
I didn't miss it. I was the one suggesting it prove.
Groove. Who is... I mean, this one should be obvious. Who is...
Did anyone get no votes?
I can't check that on my own. I guess I could. I know a couple people did get no votes in other classes. Archers all have votes. All right, so yeah, who's who, fellas? Which one is Emiya and which one is Gil? I'm just gonna spoil it outright. Which is Emiya, which is Gil? Who's at 18.9? Who's at 11.9? Emiya wins. Gil wins. Girugamesh. I'm gonna guess blue is Gil. It's red versus blue, just like in TF2. Yep. Gil can't cook, sadly. He cannot cook. Gil has to be the big chungus. Gil is number 1. I win. Gil because Grand Archer battle. Plus is Emiya.
I'm going
blue
to
is
shake
Emiya.
yourself with this with Western man.
Yeah. Could never marry Gil into... Degradate. Okay. Emiya is 2. I think Arash is going to be high, hopefully. Gil wins. Is it degradation or degradation? I think it's degradation, but I could be wrong about this. Mama Tia Summer is going to take the crown next year for Archers. See, start campaigning. If you start campaigning now and get your bot farms ready, this will be going live. The 2026 census will be live on December 1st. Be there. Alright. So let's start with this chunk here. Who could this mysterious third chunk be at 11.5%? If your guess was Ptolemaeus, you would be right. I'm kind of surprised he's this high and kind of not at all because he's so fucking based. Dad voted for himself? Real. Ptolemaeus, I mean, here's the thing. Ptolemaeus and whoever was in second here were fighting pretty hard, but I think that posting this to Twitter meant that more people who were just Stay Night heads started voting, and they went straight to one of those two characters. So I'm going to stop edging you. The number 2 character is Girugamesh himself. I love Ptolemaeus' design, both old and young. Ptolemaeus is pretty good, dude. And then that means number 1 is Emiya. Yeah, it's 116 versus 112. That's a really, really close run. Stand proud, Ptolemaeus. You did well. And Emiya with 184. I think Emiya wins like every year for this, though, so that's not really that surprising. I mean, I get it. In terms of like husbando shit, I 100% understand Emiya. Yeah, the dude's partner score is crazy. Alright, and who's this? Tutankhamun, 17. Alright, let's look at some of the rest of these. Robin Hood has 34 votes. Arash has 38. David has 9. Tesla has 8. Arjuna has 28. Is that a little baby one? Again, we need to find the person who put in this vote. You're one Kid Gill fan. Billy with 19. Tristan with 13. Toto with 8. Moriarty with 58. That's not surprising. Emiya Alter with 5. Chiron with 10. Napoleon with 39. Tel with 16. Ashvatthama with 36. Paris with 19. Super Orion with 75. Nobukatsu with 27. Tometomo with 45. Takasugi with 57. Yeah, and is there anyone who didn't get a vote? Nope, never got a vote. Arash being so low hurts. I think the thing with Arash in particular is that a lot of people like Arash, but I don't think a lot of people consider Arash to be their favorite. Did people forget Tut? I don't think people forgot Tut. He's at 17.
Emiya Ultra got the votes if the Sakura 5.
Yeah, right? Yeah, Arash is cool, but I don't think he's a lot of people's absolute favorite. You know what I mean? I think that's what a lot of it boils down to with a lot of the more popular characters like him, is that it's just there's not enough to go off of. Tut isn't that interesting. I don't know if I'd go that far. I think the problem is that Tut is he's what, 8 years old in the game? Isn't he like canonically one of the youngest servants? He's like either number 1 or 3. He's between 1 and 3. In terms of like summoned age. He's very baby. Alright, let's move on. We gotta talk about Lancers. Who could possibly be these top 3? Is this Sakura's theme I hear? It sure probably is.
I wonder.
Thank you, Tammy.
Melusine wins. Flawless victory fatality.
That was a really good Tammy. Melu first, Aresh second. Lalter Copium. Melusine, Aresh, and Skahawk. Ed Q. And Q's in the male section. Melusine. Melu, Erish, Skahawk. It's coup for this female Lancer for real. Erish Def, easy. Thank you, Tammy. Feel so confident. I think I will be in the lower side. All right. In third place, we have Skahawk. She still got it. She's still so popular all these years later.
Beep, beep, beep.
Oh, my tea's done. Go grab that. Number 2 is Melusine with 145 votes. Which means number 1 is Arash Kigal with 208 votes. And nobody was surprised. Every year people think that Melusine is going to just be number one. And I gotta say, I think Melu's cool.
208套 suckers.
I think that Melu is cool. I don't think that Melu's ever won this. I think it's been Arish every year.
Wait. Sir?
Bro put a space.
Do not underestimate the power of a cinnamon bun brain.
Yeah, she's very, very baby girl, which I think helps. Also, she gets a decent amount of love. I gotta say, I wish that they would do more with Rin faces. We got God knows how many fucking Sakuras and Sabers. Can we get one fucking Rin? Alright, so let's take a look. Who else do we see? OG Liz only has 8 votes. Plushie was so flabbergasted that Liz only had 8 votes. Like,
Beep, beep, beep. Sir? Get your food.
Oh, shit. Yeah. My face when the lizard that I hate is not liked. Liz would be a lot higher if this was ranked choice. Maybe. We're getting a Resh Alter in 2 years. No. Wait. No, we got that soon. Alright. Liz here, Skahawk here. Artoria, Lancer Alter with 21 votes. People remembered her. Bryn with 13 votes. Artoria, Pendragon, Lancer, 29. Who had more? 21, 29.
With 3 faces, it is quality over quantity. Funny.
Yeah, true. Tamamo with 25 votes. Kiyohime with 6. Jalter Lily, Long Janta with 2. Medusa Lily with 2. Jaguar Man with 22. Raiko with 19. Parvati with 6. Neza with 9. Valk with 7. Ibaraki with 3. Chin Liang Yu with 13. Bradamonte with 16. Kagetora with 61, not surprising. Gareth with 18. I believe Gareth was my vote here. MHX, Mysterious Lambda, 37. Eris with 9. Yu with 15. Vrich with 37. Marianne with 11. Britomart with 16. Dobrynya with 19. Van Gogh with 20. Bishone, my beloved, with 23. Miyu with the quote-unquote milk with 4. 5-star Liz with 20. Four more arrests. Ibarra would agree with my vote. He's a man of fine taste and culture. Moving on. Let's talk Lancers. The male Lancers are significantly more diverse. So, I'm sure this one is harder. Yeah, milk in quotations.
So 4 people want to drink the milk Clegistar.
I guess. So who is the most popular male Lancer husband? Percival, or Ku. Big Titty for the win. Leonidas. This one will confirm how many votes came from Fate Stay Night onlys. Or maybe Ryoma. Ku. Percy Ku Ryoma. Percy the ultimate himbo. Probably Archer. Yeah, probably Archer. Imagine Emiya Lancer. Coup, gay for Clay. I voted for my husband, Percy. Alright, well, let's see. Where would it be? The number 3 spot is this purple one here. For Sakamoto Ryoma Lancer. It's not bad. Valen Real. Number 2 is Enkidu with 121. And then your number 1 most popular Lancer of this year. How many is this? 121 to 142. By 21 votes, you got Coup. Somebody did say that this is going to prove if you're like an FSN fan. I think the thing with Coup in particular, though, is that Coup is in... I want to say Coup is in more...
Good husband has high husband score, who knew?
I think Coup is in more Fate media than fucking Saber is. I think that's true. I think Coup is in more shit than just Saber. Than Saber is. I think Coup is in more. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like that's right. That fucker's everywhere, and in all of his stuff he's in, he's pretty cool. So, I mean, I don't know. I get this. He's an FSN, Samurai Remnant, Extra, Extella.
Fate Extra, Fate Extella, and etc.
Yeah. He's kind of background fodder in all of them. He is, but he's also kind of fun to watch.
True is almost everywhere.
Yeah, so I'm not that surprised. I understand that he is, in my opinion, also kind of a Fate Stay Night cop-out for people to pick on this. But, I don't know, I like Coup. Coup's cool. Alright, and then these two 10.6% are Karna with 103 votes and Canis with 103 votes. And below them is Percy with 101 votes. Also, he's fucking hot. I won't go that far because I think that his design varies so much. And not very many of his designs I ever call him attractive. I think it's the clothes. I think the thing that fucks with Coup's attractiveness for me is the fucking jumpsuit. Like, if he were to show up in his, like, what is it? His Emiya Gohan, like, jacket where he looks like a Yakuza guy, that I understand. But just drop the jumpsuit. You'll be good, man. Alright. And then we got Dawn with 50. Bima with 32. King Ashoka with 7. Indra with 47. Harada with 22. Leonidas with 15. One person for Romulus. Hector with 17. Diarmid with 4. Fion with 7. Lancer Li Shuen with 1. Vlad with 15. Holzween with 3. And then the cooler Romulus has 67. Wait, where's Proto-Coup? Proto-Coup has 0 votes. Nobody voted for Proto-Coup, which is insane because 2 people voted for Benkei. If you're a diehard Proto-Coup fan, should have voted in the census, don't know what to tell you. Alright, next up, it's the Rider Girls. Who is the #1 Rider Woman of the year? Pretty close race, all things considered. Maeve Medusa.
Hu Yanzhou.
Hu Yanzhou. Medusalis, my wife. Kets. Let's go, Kets. Ushi, Medusa Salter. Medusa, Kets. I know she's not, but my wife, Kets. Alright. So number 3, with 9.9% of the votes, is Kets at 90 with 96. It's not bad. Kets is up there. This is another one that when she showed up, the Smob guys were fucking like, whoa. Which I get. She's pretty, I think people forget about Kets a little bit, but Kets is fucking cool. Kets is hype. I like Kets. Kets good design. Number 2. Ushi Wakamaru with 102 votes for 10.5%. Which means the number 1 rider female of the year is Medusa with 106 votes. A 4-vote difference. Low-key, kind of impressive. It was a good fight. I mean, you can't be too upset about it. And I'm pretty sure this is Boudica in the middle with only 21. The Silver Riders are... The Silver Riders are fighting for that spot. Alright, let's look at some of the others here. Marie Antoinette with 16 votes. Martha with 15. Francis Drake with 39. Anne Bonny Married with 12. Artoria Santa Altar, 6. Maeve with 34. Mordred with 32. Maid Altar with 17. Ishtar with 25. Reynes with 51. Da Vinci with 37. Carmilla with 17. Europa with 17. Murasaki with 20. Habitrot with 22. Again, I feel like I need to change this to favorites, because I think Habitrot may have more votes if this is just favorites rather than waifu stuff, because I love Habitrot, I really do. She is the size of like a Raggedy Ann doll. I posted a pic in the sub chat not too long ago. She is fucking tiny. It's weird to waifu her, but she is baby, and I do love her. Yeah, very big size diff.
Happy Cat is the bridesmaid, never the bride.
She deserves to be a bride, though.
I'd like to think that the most recent good craft essence with Medusa in her bike outfit helped with the votes.
She is just all ass in that CE, that is true. Liz, Cinderella's, 12 votes. Dabi, 27 votes. Bakin with 50 votes. Suzuka goes in vacay in 4th place with 85 votes. Andromeda with 35 votes.
Abby is quite literally the smallest.
She is. Krimhild with 80 votes. Is there anyone here who did not get any votes? No, they all did. Alright. Moving on to the men. Alright. Who is the most popular rider man of the year? Taigong Wong. Ozzy. Eskander. Hey, how's it going? Not Taigong Wong. I hope not Astolfo. Probably Archer somehow. Nemo Noah, Eskander. Achilles, Odysseus, Achilles. Alright, well, your number 3, your 3rd place option is Taigong Wong with 92%. Or rather, 92 votes. 92% would be insane. So Taigong in third. In second, Man Jakarta with 105 votes. And then in first place, for the second year in a row, is Astolfo. We've seen Astolfo lose this. I think that what needs to happen, though, is that this needs to escape more containment for Astolfo to lose. Because the less people who vote, the smaller the sample size, the more likely it is that people are to vote Astolfo. The larger the sample size, the more votes Mandricardo gets. And you know what? I gotta say, I mean, I like Astolfo, I get it. Shout out to my mischaracterized king. Love this guy. Odysseus is top tier husband. He's loyal forever. He's loyal to his wife forever, not to you. People still traumatized by that monster energy to this day. Some images are seared into the mind. Alright, let's take a look at who else we got. We got George with 14 votes. Edward Teach, or Blackbeard, with 17 votes. Alex with 3 votes. Eskander with 72. Kentucky with 22. Ozzy with 82. Ivan, wait, hold on. Christopher Columbus with 4. Ivan with 20. Achilles with 50. Ryoma with 56. Red Hair with 7. Bart with 4. Odysseus with 36. Nemo with 52. Canis with 59. Constantine with 42. Huangfei Hu with 10. Takeda Shingen with 37. Nemo Noah with 67. And Edward T... Oh, we already did that one. So, here's something funny. Nemo Noah gets 67 votes. Normal Nemo gets 52. What's the math on that? I believe that's 119, which would technically put Nemo in second. Now, you may be asking yourself, what about Nemo Santa? Nemo Santa has 0 votes. Four people are lying about Columbus? So if you want to calculate those two together to say that Nemo is second, I won't fight you on it. But yeah, nobody voted Nemo Santa. But Jingle Bells. I get it, but you know. Alright, moving on. Here's an interesting one, fellas. Caster females. Who is the most popular caster female waifu?
Castoria, ignore my username.
I wonder, Cartoria. I'm obligated to say Nidocris. Putting Dosh on Moonlight Greatsword and Gremlin with Pipe Bomb in top 3. It's gonna be Castoria, Castoria, Castoria. We can skip this one. It has to be Castoria, Ash the Savior. Also, Nemo Santa was annoying in his own event. That's why he was not annoying. What? I thought Nemo Santa was very endearing in his event. What do you mean? Sanzo, Castori, and Tamamo. Summer Morgan. Alright. Fellas, are you ready for an upset? Maybe. Maybe. So, number 3 is Tamamo with 87. Number 2 because I accidentally just hovered over it. Is Castoria with 139 votes. And number 1 is Ash the Savior.
Rigged. Fix. Sir, I demand a recount.
There is no recount since calculated with the highest technology that we have over here in Klidgeland, the Google form. It is a Summer Morgan sweep, Ash the Savior coming in and beating it.
Called it. And in the right order, even.
Crazy. Ash deserves it. I think this year for sure. I mean, she came out this year. I wouldn't call it a sweep. It is a 31 vote diff, so maybe not a sweep, but it is a pretty decent chunk.
Tonalico has the fact it's both just Tonalico and Morgan, so I called it rigged.
I don't know how to tell you this, man, but maybe your waifu should be better. Maybe you should have rallied your troops to vote for Artoria Caster, Pipe Bomb Gremlin. Wonder if I'm the only one who voted for Caster Corday. I don't think so. Let's find out, though. So, let's run the gauntlet. Komachi with 10 votes. Medea with 28 votes. Tamamo, where's Tamamo? HPB with 8. No, there's someone else here. Nursery Rhyme with 2 votes. Helena with 8 votes. Irisville with 3 votes. Sanzo with 20 votes. Nito Chris with 58 votes. Da Vinci with 30 votes. Marie Antoinette with 3 votes. Ilya with 10 votes. This one is still kind of shocking me that this is so low. Scheherazade with 20 votes. Nero with 33 votes. Cersei with 30 votes. Shiva with 18 votes. Anastasia with 24 votes. Skahawk Scotty with 45 votes. Shuten Caster with 11 votes. Miyu with 5 votes. Murasaki with 29 votes. Crane with 26 votes. Corday with 8 votes. Izumo no Okuni with 45 votes. Martha with 3 votes. Daikokuten with 8 votes. Wuze Shen with 14 votes. And right here, Yui Shosetsu with 7 votes. And then Alice in 4th place with 79 votes. Yep, Corday had 8 votes. Goth Girl. Me and my 19 alts will keep pushing the Scheherazade agenda. Valid and real. Who is first? First is Ash. Alright. So move on to the Met. Wow, this one isn't skewed at all. Who could this massive chunk be?
Chicken. Male.
Sarah's verifying something. Ugh. Let's see. Merlin Waver Either Merlin or Waver. Waver, the Dick Wizard. Chicken, male. Thenia's Bots. Merlin. Waver, my beloved. It's Waver, the trainer from Uma Musume. I wonder. Waver. Waver. Merlin, Waver. Caskill. Giles, probably. I don't know. Merlin, Waver, Ku, and Gil for top 4. Avisbron. Wouldn't it be funny if it was Caster Gil, Caskill, Solomon. Solomon is not on this list. So, start here. Let's do the top 4. Number 4 is Casku with 89 votes. Popular boy. People like him. Number 3 is Waver with 128 votes. Number 2, sorry, the Thenia agenda. Tell her she needs to post harder. You want Waver number 1? Start rallying the troops. Next, Casgill with 173 votes for 17.8%. And then, with almost 30% of the vote, we have Merlin with 291 votes. To the surprise of probably no one, I think Merlin wins this every year. And, I mean, he deserves it. Merlin's cool. So, I mean, I'm not, Why would anyone like Merlin? He's probably maidenless in Fate. He's whimsical and very stupid. Where's Asclepius? He's right here. I believe Asclepius is in 5th place with 61 votes. So let's go through. Gilderay, 6 votes. Hans, 41 votes. Shakespeare, 16. Mephistopheles was 6. Amadeus was 6. Paracelsus with 11. Babbage with 19. Edison was 6. Geronimo was 16. Avisbron with 21. Sieg with 46. Chen Gong with 31. Zhangju with 7. Anyone here who didn't get any votes? No, they all got a decent amount. I love Steam. Merlin has been carrying me for all the Lost Belts. Good. Shakespeare? Yeah, Shakespeare's right here. 16 votes. Alright, let's move on. Assassin Ladies. This is not Fate. This is Fate. Who is the most popular assassin waifu in Fate Grand Order?
As long as best ASMR only gets in the top 5, I'm happy.
So that's Shuten,
Hu Yanzhao,
Huyanzhou, Koyanskaya, Kama, Huyanzhou, Kama Banana, Kama, Koyan or
Hu
Kama.
Yanzhou,
But in the real, it's probably Kama, Huyanzhou. Koyan versus Kama, Koyan. Koyan Dark. Huyanzhou. Plushie has created several alt accounts to vote for Koyan. Actually, I got a revelation while doing this on the Smobcast. Plushie didn't vote this year. Plushie forgot to vote this year.
Hu Yanzhou.
Alright, well, let's take a look, shall we?
Someone bring Plushie leaf, please. Huyan wouldn't win, but at least taps and knowing this wonderful community that we all know is a Huyanzhou fan club.
It may as fucking well be.
followed by your entire community voting Hu Yanzhou.
No, thank you for subbing on YouTube.
Flashy Burger.
Alright, so number 3, I believe, is this one here. Is it? Yeah. Well, let's look at number 4 first. Kawakame Gensai was 63, which, not surprising. I feel like she's going to rise in popularity because people really like her design. What are the charts about? These charts are the census and people's votes. What's up, Pyre? How's it going? Gensai feels like an industry plant a little bit. If she didn't look similar to we've not gotten to Lacusta yet. Jaguar got like 20 something.
Hu Yanzhou.
If she didn't look similar to both Kage Tora and also which of the fucking maids is it? In fucking is it Koha? No. Is it Koha? Is it Koha or the other one? Doesn't matter. She's in 4th. Hisui, thank you. Kohaku, yes. Alright. Number 3 is Hu Yanzhou. This is entirely the fault of my community. Hu Yan, I believe, is popular to a degree because she's very, very funny. And very cute. And very goofy. But I am still relatively surprised that she is this high. That said, I do like Hu Yanzhou, so I get it. It's your fault? No, it's not my fault.
And very thick, with at least 4 CS.
Yeah, as if this isn't a meme perpetuated by the community. The reason that we have a Hu Yanzhou emote, not just one but 2 of them, is because you as a community voted for that character to get the emote. Because you spam, I can't go one stream without somebody spamming Hu Yanzhou. We'll get to the winner. So number 2 is Koyanskaya of Light with 97 votes. Again, if you would love to hear Plushie's live reaction to this information, go check out the Smobcast episode when it drops.
It is my fault, husband. Praise me.
Good job, Tammy. Which means that the number 1 assassin for this year is Kama, with 207 votes. Which is awesome. I personally, I think I mentioned this there too.
You're that one who started it by saying Tammy can pronounce Hu Yanzhou properly.
I mean, that's how it started, but y'all have perpetuated it. I mean, here's the thing. I don't have Kama, and I thought that she was alright in OC1. She was fun, but, like, not amazing. Like, she wasn't a character I was particularly in love with in that story, but she was alright. I don't know. I don't really get the extreme adoration for Kama. I'm not saying she's a bad character, I just don't know if she would be my number 1 personally. So, let's go through the rest here, shall we? This tiny little sliver. Wait, it looks like there's another one. Yes. 2 votes for Steno. This is Medusa and Uriel voting for Steno here. Gene K with 9 votes. Matahari with 11 votes. Carmilla with 12. Jack with 16. MHX with 15. Shiki with 45. Hassan with... 100 Faces with 10. Shuten with 51. Serenity with 22. Skahawk Assassin with 19. Cleo with 13. Wu Zhe Shen with 4. Nido Chris with 16. Chiome with 19. Danzo with 5. Osakabe Hime with 39. Semiramis with 23. Ushi Assassin with 8. Consort Yu with 28. Gray with 20. Charlotte with 37. Okita with 18. And who's this? Hogan with 3. Who is that? Thrud has 7. Hilder has 11. Ortland has 24. Lacusta has 19. And Koji has 19. There you go. I can think of 2 big reasons why. Matahari, yeah.
"16 people, hopefully, misunderstanding the assignment."
You would think. People are very strange about Jack is the thing. How many does Serenity have? 22. Alright, let's move on to the boys. Alright. So, I'm just going to tell you outright. One of these is Tez, and the other one is Gramps. Who won this year? It's either Tez or Gramps. Who took home the crown? Because I'm going to be honest with you, I feel like there's not that much competition with the assassins. I think the only other like big name one here would probably be Izo, who is right here with 140 votes. Did Dog get the bronze? Dog did get the bronze. He's a good boy, but he's, I don't know. His competition is pretty fierce. It's literally 2 Grand Servants. How did you forget the Savior of France? He's here too. He's number 4 with 88 votes. How high is he? I believe Yan King is this 5% here, yeah. So your number 2 is... What's up, Blastede? Long time no see. Tez. Tez with 226 votes. Almost a quarter of them. That's pretty high. 226 votes for Tez. 23.2%. I like Tom because despite her saying she won't do things for people, she does. She cares a lot, but is obviously scared because she got burned and she's the evil Sakura. Despite all that stacked against Kama, all she still tries to do right by you, even in the events that she was still worried about. I mean, Kama, I think, is very, very fun to watch. I just don't see her being my favorite, but I guess I get it. Ark is trying to get me to look at porn in the middle of a stream. I would never, ever do that. One second, it's loading. God damn! Alright. Open it and no. Yeah, and number 1 is, unsurprisingly, Gramps. Gramps, with 266 votes, 27.3% of the vote. Pretty good. Post a link in the Discord. It's in the Discord. It's in the not quite SFW chat. Yeah, this one, I think Gramps has won every year.
Is there ever a stream where Rock doesn't try and make you look at porn?
He does be posting numbers in my chat. Alright, so 9% is Kojiro. Cursed Arm has 11 votes. Let's see, yeah. Sanson has 41. Phantom has 9. Jekyll has 15. Emiya Assassin has 21. Kotaro has 34. Yan King has 49. Li Xuan has 33, and Hassan of the Shining Star has 41. Yeah, in case you're curious, there's like no men assassins. There's so few of them. So, you know. Alright, Berserker girls. Who is the number one Berserker girl this year? Men have never assassinated anyone. They just keep turning into women. Castoria number 1, Summer Musashi number 2. Raiko number 1 is totally not Morgan, my wife Ibuki.
I wonder who it could be.
Ibuki, Raiko, or Castoria. Ibuki, clearly Summer Huyenjo. Zerktoria, easy. Gold Ship. I wonder who Morgan it could be. Mama Raiko, Morgan, Summer Castoria, and Ibuki Berserker, Morgan. Alright, let's take a look. Number 3, with 9% of the vote, is Artoria Caster Berserker, with 88 votes.
Return of the Comeback, Part 2, Gremlin with the Pipe Bomb vs. Violet Saber Garden, the sequel, Electric Boogaloo, The Smell of Fear.
Yeah, Castoria is in 3rd. Number 2, y'all forgot one. I can't believe y'all forgot this one. You have any idea how much Yuri I've seen of this character?
Bim bum bum bum.
Jude, you think of the sub? Welcome, welcome. Lilith. Y'all straight up forgot about Lilith. That's crazy. Yep, Lilith with 118 votes. People like her.
Don't care about Lilith's only Kareem.
I suppose. She's JP only? So is a lot of other people. And then, yeah, number 1 is Morgan. Unsurprisingly to anybody, it's Morgan. 217 votes, 22.3%, Morgan fucking carrying. And when you got this reputation, well, what are you gonna do? I like Morgan, but she's low-key really overrated. I understand why she is so well liked, because her story is so engaging. And also, she's just like a more milfy version of Salter. But even then, like, not really. She still just kind of looks like Saber. But, I don't know. I mean, I kind of get it, but I don't. I thought Gold Chip would be higher. Yeah, maybe next year. Alright, let's go through. Huyenjo Summer with 27 votes. Kiyohime with 22 votes. Tamamo Cat with 17 votes. Hey, Tammy, it's you. Frankenstein with 10 votes. Nightingale with 36. Raiko with 38. MHX Alter with 15. Cha-Cha with 2. Penth with 15. Paul Bunyan with 8. Nobunaga with 22. Atalanta with 19. Jerker with 31. Salome with 11. Musashi Berserker with 43. Kijo Koya with 12. Brynhild with 9. Galatea with 6. Sei with 19. Krimhild with 75. Ibuki only has 48, which is genuinely kind of surprising. Rikyu with 34. And then Lohi with only 30. I would have expected her to be higher. I bet next year she will be much higher, because her event drops this Christmas and people are going to be like, oh my god. I think that she kind of got lost in the Lilith sauce, but people will know.
Should we do a census for Room Museum too?
maybe? I don't know, like... This doing a census
I
with
only
Uma
got
Musume.
17 votes because everyone is too busy shipping me with you, my husband, instead of having them waifu me.
I mean, I suppose. Then people need to draw more art of us together, then. You and your new little rat form. Look at you. Look how cute you are. Alright. Will there be an edited down video of this? Maybe. I might go in and do some cuts for this. It won't release for a bit, but probably. Alright. Berserker Men. It will also be on the Smobcast, the next episode when that releases. So if you'd like to see it there, they will probably release it before I release this. No, this Christmas on NA is going to be Lohi. Lohi and Abby. Alright. Zirkin the Men. What's up, Tig? Kentoki. No love for Mori. Either Herc or Kentoki. Kentoki or Ku Alter. Kentoki. Zhang Yu, Man, and Beowulf. Herc. Alright. Number 4 is Herc. With 85 votes. This is what I mean when I say about the favorite thing. I like Herc as a character. Herc is not a good husband character. You know what I mean? I don't think that Herc makes a good husband. Good design, fun character, but I don't think that he should be this high on the context of this being a husbando tier list, if that makes sense. Next. Shizuki Sojiro. Man. With 106 votes. Went crazy, killed his wife and kids. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Yeah. Sono G sweep in 3rd place of all things. Here's the thing. I imagine this will probably be higher next year as well, because we're getting this event in February. Alright. And then in 2nd place is Sakata Kentoki with 145 votes. It's April, actually? Man, time goes by fast. And number 1 is Arjuna Alter. I don't understand this one. Outside of him being conventionally attractive, I don't understand this one. Because Arjuna Alter doesn't really have much of a personality. You know what I mean? He's very much like a blank slate person. With no disrespect to Paco, because Paco is an insane artist. And I love Arjuna Alter as a design, but I don't understand this as like a husband thing. I do not understand this. Which makes me think that a lot of people are just like, Arjuna is hot. I get that Arjuna is hot. Being hot doesn't mean that you would be a good husbando. Like, if you're just hot with no personality, then you're nothing. Regular on Arjuna has a really engaging personality, so maybe people project it onto Alter. I mean, I guess. He's not even that hot. I mean, that attractiveness like that is subjective, so I'm not going to get into that shit for them, but like, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. One mistake and he would dump you into non-existence. Yeah, right. That's why husbando and not hubby. Those are the same things. Alright. Let's keep looking. Lancelot has 31. He would also be a terrible husband. Are you kidding me? Lu Bu with 3. Lu Bu, okay, low key, here's the thing. Lu Bu would be an amazing husband. Because the reason why he's so attached to Ronnie in Extella is because for Chen Gong for that same reason is because they both look like his wife. That man is deathly loyal to his wife. Will not betray her, loves her so much. That man loved him wife so much. I like him. Lu Bu's cool. Lu Bu gets an A+ in my book. Spartacus, 7 votes. Vlad with 61. Asterios with 33. Caligula. Okay, this is another one. I love Asterios. Asterios is good buddy. Asterios not good husband. You dig? Caligula, 7. Eric, 11. Beowulf, 29. Ku Alter, 51. Hijikata, 68. Zhang Yu, 24. These are all the Zhufu alt accounts. Lu Bu would be good to you, but you would be surrounded by violence and betrayal. I'm already surrounded by violence and betrayal. At least I get like a weird dragon husband with me that'll protect me. I don't think Steno would let anyone else take Asterios. Steno I don't think gives a fuck. Uriel, on the other hand, would care. Mori with 49. Duryodhana also with 49.
About to girst to death.
Shinpachi with 50. Think you mean Yume Ren? I do mean Yume Ren, you're right. Sorry, been up since 3:30. Alright, now, for the extra classes. This year I did you all a favor. I broke down the girls' extra classes into their own categories. So we get a look at the rulers. Who is the most popular female ruler this year? Yeah, Ark followed me to the Smobcast screening. Bro is a diehard fan. Men enjoyers still get jack shit. Then they should add more moon cancers than just Hakuno. Believe me, I would separate the men as well if it was necessary. But you will see when we get up here that it's just like, oh, I see. Yeah, it's a pretty even spread here. It's not that bad. So let's take a look. Number 3 is Skahawk Scotty Ruler with 98 votes. Number 2 is Himiko. I want to also say that this is probably my community's fault. Because my community fucking loves Himiko. As they well should. Himiko deserves it. Himiko's baby girl. And number 1 is Uesugi Kenshin with 181 votes. Head empty, heart full. That is my baby. That is my baby Himiko. Really, I'm still kind of new. Dude, Himiko is one of my favorite, like, off-support servants, because she's really fun to use, but also she's just so fun. Yeah. Kenshin, so here's the thing. This released alongside, or at least relatively close to, the Guda Guda event. So I imagine that skews this a little bit. So it'll be interesting to come back to this next year after that event has been over and seeing if this is the same. I doubt it, but maybe. So let's look at the others, shall we? Jormal is in fourth place. No. Yes, Jormal is in fourth place with 93 votes. Martha Ruler has 23. Ketz has 24. Estrella has 51. Artoria Pendragon Ruler, which is Bunny Toria, has 48. Karen has 52. Davinci has 11. Io has 46. Johanna has 55. Smelu has 91. And Metagene has 82. So not bad. Not bad at all. Look at the Avenger. Let's look at the Avenger female. Who could this possibly be? Who could this possibly be? Yeah, I'm not even gonna humor this. I wonder. Yeah, it's Jalter. It's Jalter. 259 votes, over a quarter of it. It's Jalter. In second place, we have Malnobu with 153. Crazy. And then in third place is Nitocris Alter with 107. Looking through the rest of these, Elizabeth of the End has 17 votes. Gorgon has 47. Spishtar has 79. Kagekyo has 59. Kama has 90. Ranmaru has 21. Eris has 29. Chloe has 21. Ushigozan only has 14. Marie Alter has 41. Jufu has 37. 21 more arrests. Write their names down. Mad that Marie Alter is so long. What? I think that... Okay. Once her chapter drops, it'll probably go up. Right now, these surveys are done primarily by NA audiences, I'm pretty sure. And so, the moment that these drop, when people get to see them in action, that's when they bump. Like Tez, for instance, before was not that high. And then Lost Belt 7 happened, and now look at him. He's going toe-to-toe with Gramps. Eris is also underage. It makes you single out Chloe fans. Chloe fans are much more egregious about it. That's why. One of them is actively sexualizing. The other one is not. Alright, moving on. Immune cancers. Very, very close. Top 3. BB, BB, and BB. Arkerwood. BB Dubai. Gonna go with the GOAT, Ark. With BB Dubai as a close second. Which BB? All of them. It's BB, BB, and BB. BB, BB, and maybe BB. Alright. I don't really get why people like BB. I do. Let's take a look, shall we? Number 3. Number 3.
Census did nuts.
Is BB Dubai with 93 votes. Ow. Number 2 is Tenochi with 128 votes. And number 1 is Arcruid with 180 votes. Alright, and then in order, we have BB with 67, BB with 104, Jinako with 90, Kiara with 54, CL with 84, actually, Hakuno... Oh, wow. Hakuno is actually in third. Hakuno with 105. Damn. Moon Rabbit with 69. Nice. There you go. So if we want to calculate this, that's 67 plus 104 plus 93. So technically, BB does win. If you want to add all of the BBs together. I don't understand this one. I do not understand this one. I was asked if I was going to go off on this rant again. I'm going to. I don't understand the Tenochi thing. I'm convinced the people who like this character are brainwashed because this is a PSYOP character. This character has been injected into your brains and you've been told that you have to like this character because they keep pushing her onto you. She's like MASH without any character development, with how much they shove her into everything. She's everywhere. People want to fuck the city? I don't think they do. I think people have been convinced that they want to fuck the city. Tenno has the drip. Tenno has one outfit. She shows up in fucking Lost Belt 7, doesn't really do anything.
And it went from there.
No, I refuse to accept that as an answer. Still better than Musashi? Mods, eviscerate that guy. No, she's a fucking PSYOP. They, released her with that ascension, and then they just forced it into everything, and she's just now, around. And people are like, oh yeah, no, she's amazing. It's just like, no, she's nothing. She has no personality. She has no character. She's hot. She's not. She's so, bland. Her design is alright, don't get me wrong, but, is she that hot? Is she hot enough to be number 2? She wasn't that bad at the end of Lost Belt 7? She didn't do anything! She doesn't do anything. She shows up and is very much just like, ah, yes, I am a big threat. And then you're supposed to feel bad when she gets hit in the head with a giant frisbee. Why am I supposed to care? God forbid people like a city. It's not that people like her, that I'm, triggered by this. I'm upset because this is a character who has been forced down your throat, and I'm convinced that a lot of you just are made to like her.
In terms of waifu between Kiara and BB, I'm picking the somewhat softer option of Sexy City.
Mods, grab that guy by the toenails and hang him upside down. I mean, the giant robot thing, I guess, makes sense, but, other than that, that's not... The amount of people... I have to wait in the argument to hear somebody bring that up. It has to be, we have to get to a tipping point before people do that. So you're saying she's Musashi? No, because Musashi actually has characterization. Musashi actually has story and characterization to her. Tenochi doesn't have that shit. She's supposed to be I'm pining for this guy kind of deal, and then it doesn't work. It's boring. We need to move on, you need to sleep. I need answers! Not a good one, though? That's completely incorrect. One of them was treated with tender love and care in the development of their story, in deciding how they want her to be written, in like trying to come up with scenarios for her and an interesting concept, and having the sacrifice that they make be meaningful and impactful, but then people just bitch and moan saying that she's just a Jane Doe character. Meanwhile, you have character who shows up, is boring, is not well fleshed out, doesn't do anything, and people are now obsessed with her, but they want to be like, but she's a city. How would you suck my city-sized cock? Anyway, moving on.
Those Hirunagi comics made Lalok extreme waifu material and it just kind of trickled from there.
I don't know how to tell you this. I don't care. Maybe if that was proper in material shit, I would give a shit, but it's not.
Sir, people are dumb. Let's just leave it at that.
We're moving on to the men. Extra class males 1. This is your
Tanuki
rulers.
is just better than BB.
This is your Avengers, and this is your Moon Cancers. Sorry, Moon Cancer. Kirei is not on here because he's not none of those classes. Dante's, please. Which one?
Holy fuck, is this wrong?
First
My
Pyra,
holy
thank you for the
hell,
raid. Welcome,
is
welcome,
it
Raiders. How's it going?
demonic?
Howdy, howdy. Hopefully stream was good. Howdy, howdy. How's it going? Do a little bit of a... Oops. Boomba. Ooh, they're playing Master Duel. What deck are you running in Master Duel? I have to know. I need to know if I have to
By
ban
the
you or
way,
not.
I was AFK, so I didn't get to catch who won female rulers.
Arc. Oh, female rulers? Kenshin. It was chill? Good. It's the SR load. Oh, gotcha. I need to log into Master Duel. I've not done that in like a while. Just playing Fish. Ooh. Hell yeah. Dark Magician, please. Is Dark Magician an SR? Or lower? I don't know. Alright. Number 3 is Sherlock Holmes with 133 votes. Number 2 is the Count of Monte Cristo, aka Evil Dantes. Big Evil Dantes. And then number 1 is Edmond Dantes with 220. So your winners here are Dantes or Dantes. You've heard of Dantes, but do you like Dantes?
Go figure, French stay winning Avengers.
Hell yeah. One Dantes is more loved. One Dantes has been released on NA, and yet this one is still fighting for it. Alright, let's take a look at the rest. Todo Heisuke with 15. Hakuno with 7. D7. Amaku Sashiro with 42. Shi Huangdi with 37. Moriarty Ruler with 108. Angramanyi for 41. And Lobo with 37. This is what I mean when I say I can't split these ones up, because there's so few servants.
Where are your horns at?
Where are my horns at? There we go. Alright, moving on. Alter Ego Girls. Who is the number one Alter Ego girl? Some very fierce competition here. Huyen was third? Yeah, Huyen was third. Seeing Melt, Melt, Melt. Your horns are detachable? It's magic. Tiamat, Tiamama, Passionlit, Melt Agenda, Tiamam, Okitan, and Melt? Cuckoo. Cuckoo's not a alter ego. Why is there a Huyanjo Doro? Oh my god. Bazit, Mom, probably a Sakura 5. Melt, it's just Melt. Office Lady, it has always been Melt. Cuckoo. Let's take a look. So, at the at the number 3 here, we have Larva Tiamat with 187 votes. Cuckoo? Cuckoo is still not an alter ego. Number 2, with 19.6% of the votes, is Melt, with 191 votes. And number 1 is Bazit, with 194 votes. In second place, Melt ain't got shit on Office Ladies. What can I say? All of my alt accounts wasted. No way Bazit gonna win? Yes way Bazit gonna win. Baz is great. Smobcast were upsetty with this one. I think Rio was the one who's the most upset about this one. But I don't know what to tell you, man. What's not to like? She's a woman with a job that is a girl failure, short-haired tomboy, and if she spoke to you in English, she would have an Irish accent. She's perfect. Yeah, she beats kids. They're sharing a body? That's fine. Yeah, based Baz. We love Baz. Alright, let's take a look at the others. Azumi no Isora had 8
Not
votes.
to mention has a side hustle of beating up children, but we don't talk about.
No, we do. Kazu is 28. Jonze, how do you say this? Junese Crane has 27. Passionlip has 53. Kiara has 57. There's a little one right here. Who's this? Mecha Ellie-chan Mecha Ellie-chan 1 has 2 votes. Mecha Ellie-chan 2 has 0 votes. Oki to Alter has 85. Shitonai has 15. KP has 29. And then Super Bunyan has 22. Jufu has 76.
Cuckoo best alter ego.
I'm going to start throwing bricks at people. Just say Young Crane. It's way funnier to piss people off by saying Junese Crane. I need people in like the YouTube comments of some of my videos to realize that I often will say a name incorrectly just for the sake of pissing off the people who are grammar Nazis. Like, why didn't you say this right? It's because it's funnier to make you mad. If you pulled the stick out of your ass with how I pronounce things, the world would be a better place. Like, I still don't know how to pronounce Don Quixote. Every time I call him Don Quixote, someone's just like, Quixote? It's just like, yeah, cunt. That's how I've always said it, and no one's corrected me until you showed up.
Sir, say Arcrude. Funny.
Arcrude? But I like the stick
Where
up my
is
ass.
Tiamat?
Alright, Scarecrow. We need you to get yourself fixed up.
Ha ha, funny is a cloud lao.
Don Coyote. Alright, female foreigners. Who's your votes? Cuckoo deserves the W. Abby, Van Gogh, and Cuckoo third. Wiley, Don Coyote. As a Spanish speaker, say it however you want. There we go. I got the I have the out. Don Quixote. Cuckoo.
No Twitch. I won't try door non-stop this.
Phantasmoon. Cuckoo for sure. If Alco is not number 1, Riot. I don't know where Wangina is. Koyan Dark. Don Quixote would be like Don Quixote. I'm gonna keep calling him Don Quixote because that's how I've always heard him pronounced. Is it the T that people get Don Quixote and not saying Don Quixote? Is that what it is?
Dad said it looks like his wife, my mom. Why is Twitch getting mad at that?
I don't know. I don't think anybody's mad at it. It was one person, and his reasoning was he doesn't like short hair, which understandable. All right. So let's go with number 3 is Alco Alzaki with 155 votes.
To be fair, Wiley Coyote is totally the type to charge at windmills, so you make a very salient point, Mr. Goat.
There you go. 155 for Alco. In third place. I feel like this number will get bumped up when her event drops, because, well, I know about Alco, and a lot of other people in like the Tight Moon community know about Alco. There's a chance that Fate fans know her in passing, but don't know what her deal is. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be surprised if next year she has way more. You know what I'm saying? I like Alco. Alco's awesome. Fuck fighting Alco in Melty Blood. If you play Alco in Melty Blood, I'm gonna hit you upside the head with a fucking cast iron pan. What if you just wanted to play the game, but Alco said, dodge these balls? Alright. Next, number 2. Is Van Gogh. Was this only a 1 vote difference? Yeah, it is. 155 to 156 with Van Gogh. I will read Mahoyo eventually. Mahoyo is a superior visual novel to Stay Night, so if you like Stay Night, you'll love Mahoyo. And then number 1 is... That's a hot take? That is a lukewarm take at best. Cuckoo with 190 votes. Unsurprising to anyone that people like the sentient nuclear reactor. I mean, my multi-blood character is Coma. It's just I like to grab people by the head and throw them in the ground. It's very funny. Plus, she was not happy about this, yeah. Because I believe Koyan Dark is this one here.
And
yeah.
people say Tanaki is better than Cuckoo.
109 votes for Koyan Dark. Jacques with 57. MHX Idol Alter has 18. Abby Summer has 9. Yongui Fei has 74. MHXX has 40. Hoku has 60. Abby has 35. MHXXX Alter has 13. Nak Nara has 42. And Wanjina has 16. Not bad. Nice to see that pretty much everybody gets a little bit of love. So let's move on to the pretenders now. A very tight race here. Who is the #1 pretender waifu? Phantasmoon sweep. Phantasmoon. Christmas Oguri and Biwa releases later today. Merlin, Super Robot City. Sexico. Phantasmoon, Typhoon. It's gonna be Tenochi. What a sandwich, my god. Yeah, I want to be... Okay, so this one in the middle here...
I told Dad we won't let me talk about his wife. Dad, well, maybe it won't let you talk about the dad's top old man.
Damn. 9 Tattoo Dragon Eliza is sandwiched between Lady Avalon with 238 votes.
I can only call her Tlaloc and hear banana phone because of you, Mr. Goat.
You're welcome. And Tenochi with 251. You all are all psyoped. All of you. I know what you are. Every last one of you, I know what you are. Alright, look at the rest here. Kaitku Miko Sir, good god, 182 votes. Abby with 23 votes. Phantasmoon with 92 votes. Typhoon with 86 votes. Hephaestion with 95
it's the
votes.
Best, beats the rest. Cellular, modular, interactive water.
Dad voted for Typhoon. I mean, they're all pretty popular. This is one of those things where I'm like, I am good and I'm glad to see the community more or less come together to be like, okay, this is actually like a waifu thing, and just be like, yeah, we're not voting for Liz. 7 people did, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Hephaestion deserved better. Hephaestion's in 4th? That's not bad. For a character who gets next to no screen time, that's not bad. She beat an arc face. That's not bad at all. Alright. Oh, and here's a fun one. Shielder and Beast, because MASH is a dangerous beast. So your options here are MASH, Draco, Erish, and Olga. I voted MASH. MASH first. Literally zero idea. MASH. Yolga Marie. MASH. A lot of people like vanilla, huh? Smashu. But Olga is an unbeast? Close enough. MASH. Erish in my heart. MASH, Olga, Erish, and Draco. MASH. This could be literally any order. MASH, Olga, Erish, Draco. MASH and Olga might get a finale boost. MASH deserves her own ranking. MASH first, Olga second, Draco third. Oh, I think I voted Olga. Given current events, I'd wager Olga, but my vote went out to MASH. MASH, Erish, Draco. Give her 100% of votes. Alright, so at the very bottom of the barrel of these 4 is Space Eresh Kigal with 182 votes. Next is Sodom's Beast Draco with 197 votes. Next is you, Olga Marie, with 223 votes. And then your champion, 2 years running, is MASH with 372 votes. Eggplant sweep. What can I say? People like the mash. A lot of people like vanilla. Nah, mash is good. Alright, let's move on to extra class men. I wonder who this could be. Meowdy. Kirei, Oberon, Kirei. Someone won overwhelmingly. I'm here to...
I am here to promote the wide many gender.
Oberon and Kirei. Cuckoo. Funny Priest. Honore Oberon. Bug Sweep again. Riker Prime. Thank you for the resub for 3 months. Welcome back. Glad to have you back.
3 down, many more to go.
Hell yeah. Voted for Voyager out of spite for the others here. Rejoice, young men. Well, let's take a look. Let's go from the bottom up, shall we? At the very bottom, we have Cagliostro with 20 votes. Followed by Taisui with 31 votes. Doman with 103 votes. Rasputin with 107 votes. In third place is Voyager with 111 votes. Followed by Dante with 237 votes. And Oberon with 365 votes. I think that people underestimate how much people really like Voyager. Again, though, all 111 of you I do need to put on a list, because Voyager is a child. But this is what I mean when I say people vote for their favorites here. Because, like, good God, Voyager is baby. People like Twinks. People like sopping wet cat creature that is Dante. This is the first year that Oberon has had any real competition, because in the past, Oberon has gotten like over 50%. Dante actively stealing votes from Oberon is kind of insane. This one will only grow with time. That said, people do really like Oberon. Oberon's cool. Alright, so that is it for, like, the servants. Now for some extra bonus fun questions. Let's do a little bit of extra.
There were no good at legal choice here.
These are all primarily evil men, huh? Except Voyager, who's such a good boy. It's all evil men, except, I guess Dante's not evil, he's just mentally ill. And Taisui's technically evil. Alright, so here's the bonus questions. What is your gender? Hydration is good for you? Big drink? Taisui's technically evil. He's a curse-giving god. Yeah, what is your gender? Primarily male, 79%, not surprised. Female, 121. I think that tracks from what I'm aware of in my community. Prefer not to say, 37, and other with 43. What is your age? Kind of expected more males? I wonder. I do wonder. So this matches with like my YouTube statistics as well, from what I have. But I wonder if part of that reason is because I'm a male VTuber. I wonder if there's any correlation between that. Probably not, but maybe. Alright. What is your age? There's 20 of you who are 17 and under. Get the fuck out of my chat room right now. You know the rules. It's in the chat room rules. Got to be 18 or older to be here.
Is this where the number of submissions start to go down? Phony.
Yes, the number of submissions do start to go down from this, because all of these are optional. You did not have to fill these ones out. The primary base here is 18 to 24, which that checks. College age, a little bit of disposable income. This 100% checks out. So does this. 25 to 35, 39.4%. Not surprised at all. The 35 to 55 is honestly the more surprising one. Not that many people in here. I didn't expect there to be this many, though. So, you know. And then the 56 plus, there's 4 of you out there. To all my people out there with their ARP cards, cheers to you. Thanks for the support. Nitrami, you can't say that. I have to ban you. I have to ban you if you say that, and you're not joking about it. If that's not a joke, I have to ban you. Why would you self-report like that? Gonna pretend that's a joke for the time being. A joke for the bit. Alright. Next up. Why the ban? Twitch rules. The stream is labeled as 18 plus. If somebody comes in and says that they're 17 and they're serious about it, I have to ban them, otherwise I can get my channel banned. It's the same reason why general Twitch rules are, if somebody comes into your chat and says something like, I'm 6 years old, you have to ban them, because they're not supposed to be on Twitch. Duper, I gotta ban you too, man. You can't be doing shit like this. Y'all be not practicing good online safety. God damn. For example, hey chat, how old am I? Twitch rule is for 13. This stream is labeled 18 plus. Guys, I'm being 100% serious. You can't joke about this shit. I can actually get in trouble if I don't ban you if you joke about this. Like, this is one of those things that you're not supposed to actually, like, be fucking around with. Yeah, the joke here, though, is that none of you know how old I am. And for good reason. I've never told anybody, nor do I plan to. I don't see the stream labeled as 18 plus. It should be there if you're a first-time chatter. It should tell you there. Alright, we're going to continue with this. I'll go have fun someone else. Oh my. Anyway, how did you find out about FGO? Most people, 571% of people, said, I'm a longtime Fate fan. Valid. I'd say that's about that's probably correct. Most people probably saw some stuff. Like Stay Night or maybe Apocrypha, something like that. Got into it. Friends tell them about it. 173. Technically, I fall into this category because I was talking to a buddy of mine, and I showed him a picture of it. Wound up being Lancer. No, I think it wound up being Mordred, actually, being like, who? I asked him, you know Fate stuff. Who is this Artoria? Or who's this Saber? Because I knew her name was Saber. And he was just like, oh, that's so-and-so. And I was like, oh, okay. We need to thank him? We don't talk anymore. But yeah, I mean, technically I fall into this category. Social media, 85, so maybe you saw something online. Content creators or streamers, maybe you saw something on YouTube or whatever. And then pornography, 75 people. Here's the thing, I believe this number is actually lower because I talked about this on the Smobcast. Did you know? Fun fact. FGO has the 4th most amount of dojins on and hentai. There you go. I admit to nothing. I'm saying that some of y'all are liars. I know this number is larger, but you chose to put it here because you thought I would judge you. Don't worry, I already know. The way my jaw stayed in place. Alright, moving on. How long have you been playing FGO? I'm gonna check it out, hell yeah. We have less than 1 year, 46 people, some newbies, that's alright. 1 to 2 years, 101, nice, glad you guys stuck with it. 3 to 4 years seems to be the, 3 to 4 years to 5 to 6 years seems to be the average. So people who've stuck with the game for like a handful of years, makes sense. 7 to 8 years, also decent chunk of people. This I think checks out. Most people by this point, if you've been into Fate, you've been going through it. Uh, 9 to 10 years. This would be caught up, but it wasn't a day one player. 51 people. And then day one players, 13 of you day one since JP. Not bad. I think that this is about accurate. I think 5 to 6 years is probably the one that's about accurate. People get into it, they start playing through it, they get hooked on it. They probably saw something. This is also kind of why I don't believe that the longtime Fate fan thing is a thing as much. I think this number is actually much lower, but a lot of people, I believe, are like, I watched Unlimited Blade Works, I thought that was cool. I wouldn't say it's a long-time Fate fan. I think it's also because of COVID. Yeah, that also tracks.
I think it was also because of COVID.
Yeah. Here we go. What's your favorite story chapter? I wonder what this 43% could be. 408 people said Avalon Le Fay, which is valid. I get it. It's good. Avalon's good. I mean, it's what more can be said? It's good. Nice to see Agartha with that many votes. Imagine. Look, if the basic answer is the one that's still the best story that they've written, then maybe basic is okay. Any others that are like popping out here? Lost Belt 7. I think this one has a little bit of recency bias, but yeah, 114 people. Id with 35. Babylonia with 66. Atlantis with 71. Where is Agartha? If I can even hover over it. I can't even hover over it properly. It's so minusculely tiny. There's one. This is where I'm going to tell the story of... I have a video that I put out years ago called What Went Wrong with Agartha. Because I don't know. I'd gone through... At the time, I'd gone through recently and reread through it. And I had some thoughts on how it was... on how it was delivered, right? And I put my thoughts into the video, put it out there, and for the most part, I think a lot of people agreed with me that Agartha has a lot of problems that are very dragged down by its writing. If you go to the comment section of that video, and I'm going to preface this with, do not harass this person. Because this is long gone, don't worry about it. But if you ever want to see, you can go to the comment section of that video. There is a dude who has a virtual, like, wall of text explaining to me why I'm wrong about Agartha and why it's okay for Prillia to be the way that Prillia is. The dude is very mad that one of my biggest criticisms with Agartha is that the guy who wrote it is the Prillia author. And the Prillia author shoved a bunch of fetish material in there, and I criticized that. And this dude was going off about how Prillia is actually not that bad. And I'm like, I think one underage makeout scene in a story like that is too much. Having it be a core part of how magic is transferred in that show is a completely different conversation. We don't know who wrote Agartha, I don't believe, but like, I don't think it's ever officially announced, but we did find, I believe, who did it. That video's so old, it's your old 3D model. I love that model. Yeah, it's the writer for the anime, I think, not the... Yeah. And so I imagine, all these years later, this guy came back. I mean, mana transfer has always been a thing in the original VN. Okay, now defend it being done between children. You see, you neglected to add the part where it was done between two 11-year-olds and was shown in graphic detail. So please explain to me why that one is why that one's okay then, if you could. You see, the mana transfer aspect isn't the issue. It's who's doing the mana transfer and for how grotesquely long it is.
Back from that hard drive you found?
I did. I have that hard drive. I need to get a hard drive reader. I have that in my closet right now. I need to go get that. What's the 40? What? Okay. What is the 43%? What's the most popular story in FGO? Are there any others here that are like big ones? Sin, I mean, I liked Sin, but it's definitely not my favorite. So this Trom, decently high. Atlantis, decently high. Olympus, yeah, that checks. I would agree that I think Atlantis is more fun than Olympus. Babylonia, yeah. Oh, here's something funny. Septum is not on this list. Nobody liked Septum. 14 votes for Lost Belt 4. Yes, the 43% is Lost Belt 6. To be fair, Mana Transfer was only shown to be done like this when you're a low-class Magi. The better ones can do it without touching. Okay, now explain to me why it needs to be shown in graphic detail among two 11-year-olds. Why is that necessary for the plot? Like, don't get me wrong. I understand Mana Transfer. That's not the problem. It's required for the plot. Yeah. Case in point on my issue with it. I'm confused. When did two 11-year-olds do this? Prisma Ilia. And not just once, they do it a lot. Moving on. What's your favorite reoccurring event? Most people said Gouda Gouda. I would say this is true. Gouda Gouda is functionally just extra story chapters. Summer is in second with 246. Then Anniversary. Grailfront. I love Grailfront so much. Grailfront is so much fun. Neurofest, they need to do more fests too. Check memes to calm yourself. If I see the child getting punched.
To be fair, stuff from the Side Road season onwards of Prelia is okay.
Then why is it so absolutely all over the place in that second season that you need to watch to understand the rest of the show? White Day, Valentine's, New Year's, Christmas. All right, we need to speed through this a little bit more because it is starting to get late. What's your favorite Type Moon work that's not FGO? Fate Stay Night is in number 1. This is a surprise to nobody. Fate Zero is number 2. Also not a surprise to anybody. And then Sam Rem, I think, is 3rd. Yeah, Sam Rem is 3rd. I love Samurai Remnant, so I get it. Witch on a Holy Night, 74. Fate Extra, Apocrypha, Extella. 50 for Strange Fate. This one will go up, I'm sure. Oh, who loves me some fuck? 3 votes for fuck. Tiger Coliseum got 2. Prototype got 8. Redline got 40. Prisma Ilia got 24. Carnival Phantasm got 41. Tsukihime got 44. Melty Blood got 22. Kara no Kyokai got 58. El Malloy Case Files got 49. Others got 22. Hollow Ataraxia got 31, APOC 50, Extra 64. I forgot. I admittedly did forget to put Emiya Gohan, and I imagine that would have won because Emiya Gohan is the best non-FGO Fate thing that exists. Where's the Fate Dojin in this list? I did not dare. Alright. Do you play any other gachas? Check any that apply. So here's something that's been going around lately. We talked about this a bit on Smobcast. For some reason, a lot of people think that in the event that FGO were to actually die, that a bunch of us would just go hop onto Star Rail. Areze of Fresh Air, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hope that you enjoy your stay. As if we were, like, chasing the, like... As if we were just chasing the something with this. as far as I'm aware, a lot of Fate players just don't care about Star Rail. They're very much like, no. I think that there's this... I imagine the people who are saying that are fucking Star Rail fans who think that Fate fans are grifters or something like that. But... nah. I don't know. If FGO dies, I'm not going to Star Rail. I'll tell you that much. Definitely not going to Genshin. I see the appeal of Star Rail. My issue is that the character designs are... they get too samey too fast. Like, seeing people, like, simp super hard for Kafka, and Kafka is such a... whatever. I don't know. She's so bland. I don't know. She's kind of boring. Blue Archive, 116 people voted for that. Nikke, 162, very nice. Arknights, 171. Battle Cats has 45 votes. Punishing Grey Raven has 41. Brown Dust 2 has 31. Puzzle and Dragon has 12. I love Puzzle and Dragon. Uma Musume has 251. Wuthering Waves has 128. Grand Blue has 46. Love in Deep Space has 15.
The word you're looking for is derivative, Mr. Goat.
Probably. Azure Lane has 66. ZZZ 175. Epic 7 has 24. AFK Journey has 11. Cookie Run Kingdom has 40. Fire Emblem's Heroes has 86. Duel Links has 65. Limbus has 135. Hatsune Miku Colorful Stage has 44. Reverse 1999 has 74. Girls Frontline has 54. Tower Fantasy has 14. Pokemon Pocket Edition has 85. And Mahjong Soul has 27. If you're wondering where I got all these lists from, these were the top in the list of the top 100 gacha games, or the top 100 mobile games, and these were the ones that were gachas. I don't know if Mahjong Soul was on that list, but I added it there because I play Mahjong Soul. Yes, Mahjong Soul has both Prillia characters and Stay Night characters. I actively play Saber in Mahjong Soul. That game's great. Who's mawing their jong? Me. I love Mahjong Soul. The game's awesome. Yeah, so if you're looking at this and you're just like, where's X game? It's because it wasn't on the list. So, this was taken from the top 100 mobile games and Mahjong Soul. So, if it's not there, then I either missed it somehow or I didn't, it didn't make the cut. Master Duel for sure a gacha game. I mean, Duel Links was on here. Master Duel was not.
Master Duel for sure a gacha game.
Alright, now for my favorite question. Red Garden real. 57.9% of people are huffing copium. Why is Love in Deep Space so rarely represented? Because people... It's targeted towards girls. And I would argue from what we saw above, 79% of people who took the survey were men, and that's why. What is Red Garden? Who is Red Garden? How is Red Garden? What is Red Garden? Red Garden is the follow-up to Tsukihime. Who is Red Garden? It's the Tsukihime. How is Red Garden? Doesn't exist and never will. If you're here hoping for Red Garden, I have bad news for you. What they're going to do, it's going to be a Fate event in FGO. They're going to call it Red Garden, or the Red Garden. They're going to release an Arcruid, a lowly Arcruid, who's going to be a welfare. Tonoshiki will not be added to the game, but they will add Dual Servant, Hisui, and Kohaku. Okay, a small correction. Red Garden is going to forever sit half-finished on Nasu's PC, not while he's playing gacha games. While that fucker's playing Elden Ring. You're speaking in curses? I have no respect for Tsukihime fans. Well, if your actual goat is Tonoshiki, your goat isn't even washed, your goat is bathed. He moved it on to E33. There you go. There you go. That fucker will do anything but finish writing Red Garden. It's never gonna happen. My goat is Arcruid. Also washed. Except she's not. She won the ruler. Or, yeah, she won the ruler class here. Alright. Does Nasu stream? He should. That'd be really interesting. And then the final thing that we asked here. Who is your favorite Fate content creator? Mist, Klidge, Plushie Mistress, Plushie, Crazier. This is going to be a little bit skewed. I feel like if somebody else asked this, my name would not be on here nearly as much. Crazier, Fino Tyson, Otto, You, Klidge, Plushie, All Muscle, Rio, Fino, Plushie, Klidge, Xnaya, Mist, Fox Friss, yo, Fox mention, hell yeah. Plushie, Hanako Green, Onkomen, Klidge, Otaku Daikun, Smobcast, Otto, Nasu, Neo, Kitashan, Tanner of the North, Klidge, Otaku Daikon, Kataroth, Rio, Uwipa, Klidge Radio, Klidge, ZTL, Mist, Plush, Xnaya, Smobcast, The Anime Club, Plushie, Rio, Karoshi Myriad. I don't know how. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce this dude's name. I think it's Saya 4. If I'm saying that wrong, let me know. But people have told me I should check out this dude's videos, and I probably should because it's Fate content. I don't watch Fate content creators like at all. It's like Messiah, so Tsaya, okay. But I've heard good things about him. He's another lore guy, I'm pretty sure. So shout out. Goatman. No good FGO creators, to be honest. Streamer, it's you. You're my favorite. Sorry. I'm a Fate fan. I can't read. I had to guess every time. Sag. You, Akira Lux. Whoever made this survey seems like they'd be pretty cool. Mist. Sorry, Klitch, but you're still one of my favorites. I'm not offended. I'm not even my favorite Fate content creator. To be completely honest, Klidge is my favorite content creator. I really do like giving actual fun facts about the servants, whether it's history or some fun behind the servant trivia. Tammy, real. Old Orange Goat Man. My grandson Nathan. You, I missed the behind the servants vids and wish you would fix the... Okay, I saw this one before. You need to come to the Discord and tell me what's wrong with the playlist because I checked and it's fine. If it's broken, let me know how, because I checked it and it should be okay. It should have all 60 of the behind the servants that I've made on there. Goat Boy, Smobcast Trio, that one guy, you, Ibora. A bit of a cop-out, but I have to say Kagayael, the extended OST uploader. I use their service way too much to pick anybody else. You know what? Valid. I'm going to have to remember that name. I watch a few, but the only ones I keep up with on the regular basis are Klitch and Plushie, and that is primarily through YouTube. You, probably, or Cloudy Crow. Lack, Klidge. The one that made the witch servants can get pregnant, but I can't quite remember who it was. Ninomai Inanners. Koyan Dark, Husband, aka Plush. Xnaya, Plushie Mistress. Otaku Daikun, Plush. Otto Bino, Plushie Mistress, and Xnaya. Wada. Pocket Chalk. Yo, Pocket Chalk mention. The Plush God Plushie. Klidge, totally not biased or anything. Klidge, love your videos. Don't make me choose. Nope. Plushier. Smobcast Gang, Goatman, Peak 3000, Soul Bad Guy is Peak.
Nanomei Inliners.
Plushie Mistress, please don't kill me, Goatman of the Mountain. I will. It's a secret. Why? Mr. Goatman, Klidge, of course. Klidge because woke. What? What the fuck? What do you mean glitch
I like
because
Kevin,
woke?
but I prefer the guy who did Me with Tomorrow. Nano May in Niners.
Am I for real gonna read all 600 names? No. Mushroom Man. Gaka. Mist. General. Cligid. Torn between Pheno and Mist. Klidge and Tammy. You. Klidge, yes, I am biased because I love your videos, fake quizzes, and introducing people to nonsense that Type Moon does. This question feels like when your girlfriend asks if someone else is attractive. You're the only one I have eyes for, Goat Father. You see, when you have this little preface here, I know you're lying to me, but thank you. Klidge or Plushie Mistress. Lore CC. But I wish more cover about FGO Arcade because I can't find a way to read it. Valid. And that's it. That's the census, fellas.
Sorry guys, Klidge is now woke time to find a new streamer.
How can I be woke if I'm about to go to bed? Fellas, I'm going to catch you later. I think that we did good work here today. Whoop.
Nah, has right, no good FGO content creator, it is a shame.
Ah, damn, you didn't get to
like
mine?
untapped audience.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, sorry. That sound was my mouse's DPI changing against my will. Yeah, fellas. If you need to see who else was here, this VOD will be available on YouTube in the live section where you can go back and check it out there. I will be editing this down, just not within the next week or so because I will be on vacation starting Wednesday. Which also means that I will not be streaming the Samurai Remnant Gacha until next week's Wednesday, probably. So, be there for that. Has Smobcast talked about it already? Yes, that should be up before. Or that should be up soon. It'll definitely be up before I edit mine, so, go and check that out. I will be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow will not be Fate. Tomorrow's going to be Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. I don't know how long it'll be Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff. Might be Yu-Gi-Oh! And then Fate. We'll have to see. For now, though, I will. Art contest is on the 17th of January. Yeah, you can go check that out there. Who'd you get in the GSSR? I have a whole video on it that you can check out. It should be the most recent video on my channel. For now, though, fellas, I'm going to catch you later. Peace out, big love. Good night.
Sir? Isaac, Nano May in Niners? Hu Yanzhou, wife.